plus sign, and it makes a new site. Okay? So give your site a name. Whatever this website that you're making right now, it won't be published to the world. If you look in the upper right corner, you can see publish. So if you want to publish it to the entire world, so the entire world can see it, so that Go Arrows can see it, so that just you can see it, you would go ahead and hit publish. But I'm guessing you probably don't want to do that. Give your site a name. Good Lord. Okay, there's like 87 cables and stuff over here. So if I trip and fall, don't laugh. It's literally like using a word processor. So you can type that in, you can move it around. I can...
What's the difference with the top left versus the middle? You spelled mine.
Oh gosh, I hate myself. That's just a typo. I really do know how to spell your name.
Okay.
We lived together for like 8 years. So, what was your question?
What's the difference between the My Webpage words and then?
Honestly, that's one of the things I don't really know, because you can make these. If you noticed, I typed right here, and when I typed mine in right there, it changed the one up above. Okay. So this up here. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can answer.
So like maybe that's like the home.
Let me see if I can answer your question intelligently. So I'm going to make a new page, and you can see the one will say your site name. So Mrs. Duncan's classroom or something like that. I don't really know what the difference in those two are, other than to say that, again, if you type something here, it mirrors up at the top. But then, just to make matters a little bit more difficult, you can change them if you really want to, and you can have them be different. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know why all the different headings, and then this is just the page title. So I'll call this page 1. Or maybe I'll call it home page. That would be much better. Okay, so we just made a web page. Okay, you can grab this, you can move it around, you can stretch it, you can change the size, you can change the heading size. Just like a word processor, you could change the alignment, left alignment, right alignment. You can do all that kind of stuff. You can move it around on the page. You can have multiple lines on there if you want. If you're super OCD like me, if you notice, if you've ever used PowerPoint, if you grab this text box, there's like these little tiny bars, these little tiny, I think they're technically called nubbins. They're not really called nubbins, but if you grab those and move the text box around, you'll see that it'll space it. Can you see the spacing on the bottom, so that you can make sure that it's like perfectly spaced in the middle if you're, if you're creepy OCD like that, like I am, except it didn't do it because I'm in the wrong mood. Okay, that's making a web page. Okay. Before we go too far, let me tell you a couple of the other things. If you ever want to go back to the home page, like to your list of all your sites, it's that little blue guy up in the corner, that little blue icon. If you click that, it'll take you back to your list of all your sites. Okay. Is this the one I was using? Is that still called Dunk 2? Or did I change it? Yeah. Okay, so we're working on Dunk 2. Over on the right, everything you need to do is over on the right. Okay, so there's 3 tabs. If you look over on the right side, there's themes, there's pages, and there's inserts. So I'm going to start over on themes. So you need to pick a theme. I guess you don't have to pick a theme. It defaults to the original theme, but there's all these different themes. So one of the trade-offs of the new Google sites is you can't customize it as much as you could the old sites. But the old sites was really, in my opinion, really, really difficult to customize and nerd out on. This is much easier, but you have fewer customization options, I guess. We'll go with that. Okay. So you can choose simple. Whatever you choose for your theme, it will mirror through all your pages. So you can't have different pages of a site with different themes. They're all going to be the same theme. Okay, I like the simple theme because I'm just kind of a simple guy. You can change colors. So I'm going to go simple pink, simple green, simple purple. I'm going to use simple pink because why not? Okay, so create your site, choose a theme. If you go to the next tab, am I going too fast? Do you guys need time to get caught up? Are we good? We're all good? Okay, we're all good. If you go to the next tab over that says Pages, This is where you can add pages, you can organize pages, you can reorder pages, you can do all that just by dragging and dropping. You can add subpages if you want. So I want to make a new page. I don't want to just have my home page. You could just have your home page as your web page. I'm going to make a page. I'm going to make a subpage. What should we call it? What do you want on your website, Heath, as a subpage of your home page?
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. You want a page about the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so you're a glutton for punishment. So I'm going to call my second page Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to have a page all about the Cleveland Browns. So if you hit that little plus page over on the right, okay, for some reason it's thinking, you can add pages and you can just keep adding pages, okay? I would have, for my teacher website, I would have a page maybe about me. I would have a page about the different classes that I teach. Maybe some other things that you want. Okay, so I have a new page called Cleveland Browns. I can add another page below that, and I will call that page Lady Gaga because she's probably going to play for the Browns next year. So now I have a page called Lady Gaga.
She did make the catch.
Okay, she did, right? And she stomped the microphone, so that was really good. If you notice, as I'm building pages, as I'm adding pages, it's linking them and it's stacking them. So my home page is on the left, and these are your links. These, you can click on those. Those are clickable links. So I have a home page, I have a Cleveland Browns page, I have a Lady Gaga page, and we can edit and add things to all of these pages. You can also make a sub page. So Flory, I need a sub page under Cleveland Browns.
Draft things.
And how do I make a sub page? So if you click on the three little handlebars over on the right, maybe you can see you can rename it if you want. Everything is clickable, so don't be afraid to get in there and click. You can break things, you can redo. So on like a good word processor, at the very top, the little arrows, there's redo and undo. So if you do something you don't like, you can always undo it, you can redo it. You can sit there and undo and redo all day. That's a fun game. What do you want your sub page to be?
You can do draft picks, you can do history.
It's your choice.
I don't know.
It's your choice for my page.
Do history.
You want to do Browns history. Okay, so I'm going to create a sub page, and I'm going to call that history. So I now have a sub-page under my Cleveland Brown page called History. And if you look up on the Cleveland Browns tab, it put that little arrow. So you can drop down and you can edit that page.